Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams each hoping to be right back here at State Farm Stadium in 2 weeks, and we are set to go from Glendale. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Fields. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Runs over him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Snap comes to Murray at 1. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields flushed out right. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Naheem Hines. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit and put some points on the board on this one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Murray's throw here taken in by Isabella. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Murray. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. We're scoreless after 1. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Check 52. Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flush to his right. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Mike 2.
Here's Hines. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
This is Hines. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2nd and 8 coming up. On play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try to left side. It's Hines. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On second down, right back to Hines. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Naeem Hines, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have struck first in this NFC title game. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. He gets it left side of Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On first down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, it's Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a long-lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On first down, it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Fields again. Rolling to his right. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Fields now to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Murray now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. This time they stay on the ground. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They run with Hines. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They'll run on first down. Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Hines. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Hines. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Eno Benjamin, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down. But not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Minnesota.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Fields on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That's to Cook out of the backfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To the air again, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, went backwards, back to the 33. So they're right up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They run again with Hines. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now Murray, play action. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught. It's Isabella.
1 play at a time. Here we go.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 73 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Fields. And That's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They snap it to Fields. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Fields throwing again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something.
Johnson, oh, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, left side.
He'll make everything happen.
And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields flushed out right. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Fields setting up the screen for Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go.
To throw is Fields. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, Fields. He gets this one to Johnson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy, nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions, oh so close as they try to finish this one off. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
I got you. I got you. Hey. Choose the mic. We own them. We own them.
Play fake. Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, in back the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And one last throw here for Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side